for over 46 years. For those who ride, remember to keep Joe by your side.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Why? Our country style has more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. And our expertly blended flavors are a taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese.
Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a Maine truck driver faced a judge in Bangor Superior Court for the accidental death of a state trooper. Our A.J. Douglas was there.
Friday, Scott Willett accepted responsibility for causing fatal injuries to State Police Detective Bill Campbell.
I can't even begin to say how sorry I am to the family and everybody. It was an accident that I never would have ever imagined. And I just feel so bad myself. I have to deal with this too every day. I don't, not a day goes by, I don't think about it. And I am so sorry to everybody that's involved. I never ever would have imagined hurting anyone.
Willett was charged with death by violation and additional traffic offenses due to equipment failures after Willett's logging truck lost 2 wheels and tire assemblies on April 3, 2019. One wheel violently struck Ben Campbell and ultimately caused Campbell's death. A judge ordered Willett to pay $15,000 and the suspension of his license for 6 months. Assistant District Attorney Christopher Alney says he understands questions might be raised concerning Willett's sentencing terms.
And based upon the evidence that we had, we felt that the appropriate charge was death by violation. That's a new statute that the legislature enacted in the past 15, 20 years. And we felt that it was the appropriate charge for this case.
Alney explains no one wins in this case of accidental death.
This has been a tremendously emotional time for a lot of people. We lost a dear person. He was well loved by his family, by the state troopers that worked with him, by people in our community and his community.
Alney says he knows the tragic events from April 3, 2019 will stay with Willett beyond Friday's conviction.
The defendant appeared to be remorseful. I think it bothers him about what happened. Ben Campbell died right in front of him, and that's going to be on his conscience for a long, long time.
Willett was ordered to pay $25 a month beginning September 2nd and $100 a month beginning April 3rd until fines have been paid in full. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
A man charged with robbing a bank in Brewer was sentenced today. 51-year-old Timothy Larrabee of Brewer was arrested for allegedly entering the Bangor Savings Bank located at 425 Wilson Street in Brewer and threatening a teller. Court records show he obtained more than $1,400 before running from the bank. Larrabee was in court for 8 separate cases and a variety of charges, including the bank robbery. Penobscot County Assistant District Attorney Christopher Alney says Larrabee has shown a pattern of reoffending.
What concerns us in this law enforcement community is because of the jails being so full, because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19, we're not able to process these cases, and so people are out committing crimes one after the other without it being held accountable.
Larrabee pleaded guilty. As part of a plea agreement, he was sentenced to 5 years in prison.
A Presque Isle man has been found guilty of a 2019 double murder. On Friday, a jury found Bobby Nightingale guilty of murdering 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis on State Road in Castle Hill back in 2019. Multiple witnesses testified to seeing and hearing gunshots prior to the discovery of those bodies. The prosecution also argued Nightingale identified the four-wheeler ATV found at the scene as his property. It's unclear at this time when he will be sentenced.
Well, authorities are investigating a death in Presque Isle. At approximately 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon, the Presque Isle Police Department received a call about a deceased man at 17 Parsons Street. During their investigation, officers say they discovered a suspicious-looking package at the residence. They vacated the home and shut down the road. A spokesperson says the state fire marshal's office is trying to determine who had the package and how the device got there. Presque Isle police are investigating the death.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office has released the identities of the people involved in the deadly crash in Dixmont on Wednesday. It happened on Route 9 just after 12:30 in the afternoon. Investigators determined 34-year-old Andrew Clark of Belfast was traveling at a high rate of speed and making unsafe passes while traveling west. They say during one of his passes at the crest of a hill, Clark's car struck an oncoming car driven by 74-year-old Doreen Spinney of Dixmont. Both people died at the scene. They were the only people in their vehicles, and the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is still investigating the crash.
Nearly $20 million has been made available to help Maine farmers and food processors. Governor Janet Mills announced the grants today as part of her Maine Jobs and Recovery Plan. The awards will be used to support a variety of infrastructure needs, including harvesting, processing, and manufacturing equipment or packaging and handling equipment. The governor says the grants will help farmers and food processors increase the supply of Maine-grown food, as well as create and sustain jobs.
The town of Machias is kicking off the first Wild Blueberry Festival in the last 2 years. Our Matthew Jurancic has the story.
I'm here at the Machias Blueberry Festival, and after 2 years, people are excited that the festival is back.
It's just something that everybody gets out, especially now since COVID, from the last couple of years that we were down, they didn't operate. So it's good to be back.
The Machias Wild Blueberry Festival kicked off a weekend of festivities Friday morning after being canceled the past 2 years due to the pandemic. For Ellen Farnsworth, being able to bring back the event is a great thing for the community.
It impacts the entire community and surrounding communities. So it's really a big deal. It was very difficult for all of us to not have the festival for the past 2 years. Not only that, we missed the community spirit.
According to Farnsworth, the Wild Blueberry Festival attracts more people to Machias than any other event, as the town population of 2,000 residents rises to 15,000 throughout the weekend. Gardner says the event also serves as a great way to showcase local artists and vendors.
It's a lot of local flavor here, I mean, a lot of the vendors here are from the area and stuff like that, and everybody's friendly. So, I mean, it's a pleasant experience as far as I can see for the fairgoers to get to buy different products, whether, being my product or like the blueberry stuff. They got pies and jams and jellies and all that stuff.
Participants got the chance to browse the various vendors that set up shop for the day, from woodworkers to homemade jewelers. First-time visitor Jacob Zielinski says the event provides family-friendly fun.
This was a way to kind of connect with our family, and to come here was a gift.
And as you can see behind me, people are still coming out to this festival, which will run all weekend and include the Wild Blueberry Run and the well-known pie eating contest. Reporting from Machias, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
No doubt there's prep going on right now for the pie eating contest.
Yep. Certainly a lot to look forward to all weekend with that. Yeah. The Wild Blueberry Ball, which sounds like it's going to be just a blast.
Literally a ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun all weekend.
Awesome. They talked about, the dessert bar at the food court.
Yes.
Just a slew of delicious options to choose from. Baked goods, totally my weakness.
Yeah.
And anything to do with blueberries, absolutely my weakness as well.
Well, it sounds like anyone in the same boat as you should head up to Machias
this weekend.
Sounds like the weather's going to be pretty great for the entire festival as well.
Yeah, Mother Nature slated to cooperate anyway. With a little bit more on that, let's take a first check of our forecast.
Thank you so much. And our first weather today is brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store. So pretty nice looking day out there today. Just a few passing clouds. The sprinkles we had in the northern part of the state are gone now. So all of the precipitation is gone. We're in the clear now. Just a few passing clouds all across the state. But temperatures were hot out there earlier today. We hit an 80-degree mark in Bangor, just shy of 80 degrees in Bar Harbor, coming in at 79 degrees. But even the coast got in on some 80s. Rockland had 83 earlier today. Waterville, same thing. And Augusta came in at 85 degrees. So it was a nice and pleasant day out there. Winds not so breezy as we had out there yesterday. Today, they're pretty calm. So we have hot temperatures, nice looking skies, and a pretty calm wind. Cannot get better than that. And tonight will continue to cool off into the upper 50s to lower 60s.
All right, looking pretty good there. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, a local organization is funding the addition of new artwork in the Bangor area.
And blueberry farmers invite the public to learn more about the growing process. We'll have those stories and much more after this.
When you're looking to save, you head to the outlets. Well, come to the Furniture Factory outlet in any Jordan store. You can have that new look at outlet prices and get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the style at Jordan's.
Is this the new phone?
Yeah. With US Cellular, I got to pick any phone that I wanted for free. And I was already a customer.
Any brand? With any size?
Mm-hmm. I got exactly what I wanted. Big screen, big storage. I cannot remember the last time I had so many different options.
At US Cellular, new and current customers can get any phone from any brand free.
Are you actually texting them?
I don't know. I just thought I would just...
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Shopping for a used vehicle? What's important to you? At Down East Toyota, we listen and we deliver with Toyota certified used vehicles.
Customers want newer, low-mileage vehicles thoroughly inspected with no surprises.
Warranties, roadside assistance, and Carfax history reports.
New car financing rates for qualified buyers.
Used Toyotas have a great reputation, and we have them.
The best new cars make the best used cars.
All roads lead to Down East for Toyota certified used vehicles on Wilson Street in Brewer.
In life, many things matter. Black lives matter. Asian and Caucasian lives matter. Police officers and firefighters matter. Youngsters and senior citizen lives matter. Think about it. Every life matters. And it all begins, first in Maine and everywhere, when the protection of the unborn matters.
Lamar Jackson leads the Ravens. Touchdown! Against Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
Oh, what a catch!
Preseason football, Sunday on Fox.
Whatever your budget, we'll make it easy to create the home that fits you and that fits your style. And now get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the choices at Jordan's.
This is where racer meets machine. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! What a race! This is the NHRA.
The Lucas Oil Nationals, Brainerd, Sunday at 3:30 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back, everybody. Homebuyer interest across Maine continued at a healthy pace in July. However, a lower than normal amount of inventory that's for sale is affecting the market. According to Maine Listings, realtors sold 1,691 homes statewide in July, and that's actually a decrease of more than 15% from July 2021. The median sales price reached $354,000, which is an increase of more than 12% over the same time last year. 2022 president of the Maine Association of Realtors, Madeline Hill, says, quote, overall in Maine, it's still a seller's market, though we're beginning to see a leveling in some areas as evidenced by higher days on the market and downward pricing adjustments, end quote.
A local nonprofit is helping to make or keep Bangor beautiful, rather. The artwork that they're funding has sprung up large scale on buildings downtown through a popular medium for mural artists called wheat pasting.
So a wheat paste mural is basically a large sheet of paper that's printed out and then pasted on with a natural glue that you make yourself with just flour, salt, water, and sugar and vinegar.
It's all part of the Wheat Paste mural project that's been funded by the Maine-based nonprofit Launchpad. The murals won't last forever, though, just a few months, and they'll be removed by Launchpad once they start to peel and lose their color.
The Launchpad's mission is to promote the arts and to promote arts and culture across this whole state of Maine. We believe that arts and culture is an extremely important part of community development, and I think, you know, in Bangor we've seen over the last decade how important a role art and culture has played in the sort of rebuilding of Bangor.
There are currently 7 murals up in downtown Bangor, all made from artists who are from the greater Bangor area. Launchpad will soon be putting up a digital map of the murals. To learn more, you can head to wearelaunchpad.org.
Well, returning to the subject of blueberries for just a moment, if you are looking to escape the crowd of the Wild Blueberry Festival but get more of a blueberry festival experience, you can look no further than Welch's Farm. The family-owned farm has been part of co-owner Lisa Hanscom's family for more than 100 years, as it was acquired in 1912. Now, besides growing, the family gives tours of the property to show what it really takes to care for wild blueberries. Hanscom says that she wants people to understand the uniqueness of this fruit.
The things that I really like to address with our guests that come to visit the farm is that how special these blueberries are. The fact that they are one of the best fruit that you can eat for health, but also just the amazing qualities and that these blueberries have.
Well, you can be sure to check out Welch Farm's website and Facebook page for more information and an up-to-date listing of events.
It sounds like a great way to learn more about Maine's staple fruit. You see them everywhere, but you don't always get to get that intimate education, I guess you could say.
And from what I understand, the farming process for wild blueberries is actually pretty involved. Everything from cultivating the soil properly to even get it ready to plant the fruit, and then actually how long it takes to make your plants flourish. So a lot of work goes into it, but I think most people would tell you, well worth it.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when it comes to chomping down on them. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. A Florida judge gives 1 week to propose redactions to the affidavit used in the raid of Trump's home.
And the U.S. is sending additional weapons to Ukraine as the war intensifies. We'll have those stories and more when the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Prices are up. The economy is weak. Maine families are drowning. But instead of helping, Jared Golden cast one of the deciding votes for Biden's new massive spending bill that will make inflation even worse. Tax hikes for nearly everyone, and up to 87,000 new IRS agents who could harass the middle class. Times are tough. When Maine families needed a lifeline, Jared Golden threw us an anchor. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Looking to keep it fresh this summer? Maine has just the thing. Locally grown fruits, vegetables, and herbs make for delicious cocktail creations like the strawberry jalapeno margarita and the cucumber basil martini, or my favorite, the blueberry mojito. Tall, smooth, and incredibly appealing. Hey, strawberries aren't going to pick themselves. Find these cocktail recipes and hundreds more at mainspirits.com and the Maine Spirits app.
Hey, Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
The ABC7 at Fox 22 Ultimate Backyard Barbecue giveaway is back. 5 lucky winners will take home $100 in quality meats from WA Bean & Sons. In addition, 1 lucky winner will win a grand prize of a brand new Weber gas grill. All you need to do to become a winner is stop by and fill out an entry form at Body Graphics Studio, your clean and friendly one-stop destination for tattoos, piercings, and more. Or Jamar Construction Products. Call for everything you need for your construction project. Make your summer barbecue ultimate with ABC7 and Fox 22.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Well, this time next week, we should have more information on why the FBI took the drastic step of raiding the home of former President Trump. The Justice Department has been instructed by the judge in the case to make redactions before he decides what to release. Fox's Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
Amid fairgoers and carnival rides, former Vice President Mike Pence weighed in from Iowa on the raid at the Florida home of former President Trump.
This unprecedented action by the Attorney General and the FBI merits unprecedented transparency.
He, along with major news organizations and many Republicans, including Mr. Trump, want the affidavit made public. It would explain why the FBI had no option but to conduct a raid, and it could give an idea of what was in the classified documents they found and if any laws were broken.
The American people have a right to know why it was necessary to execute a search warrant at the home of a former president of the United States.
The Justice Department objects, citing an investigation in its early stages. They say it could also chill witnesses.
We want to make sure we're not putting anybody's life at risk, and we also want to make sure that if we're redacting things, we're not doing it in a way that people can use that as a conspiracy as well.
Thursday, a Florida magistrate judge ruled the government did not meet the burden to show the entire document must remain under seal. The DOJ now has less than 1 week to finish making redactions.
I think they are going to redact the bulk of the affidavit, and the rest of us are going to be limited to studying, trying to read between the lines.
On his social media platform, former President Trump says his rights have been violated and that he would be filing a major.
And that was Lauren Blanchard reporting. The midterm elections are still a couple of months away, but new polling is giving us a better look at how some crucial races could turn out. The GOP is looking to flip both chambers of Congress. Democrats, on the other hand, hoping recent legislation passed this year will help win over undecided voters. Fox's Madeline Rivera has details from Washington.
I want you to get out. Tell your friends to get out and vote.
The countdown is on for the 2022 midterm elections.
The future is ours, and we are going to reclaim it this November.
Republicans are looking to retake the Senate, but they're defending more than 20 seats. And the GOP is facing challenges in several states. In Wisconsin, a recent Fox News poll shows Democratic challenger Mandela Barnes leading incumbent Senator Ron Johnson. In Arizona, incumbent Senator Mark Kelly holds an 8-point advantage over his Republican opponent, Blake Masters. And in Pennsylvania, Senate candidate Dr. Mehmet Oz is going viral for this video posted back in April, showing the impact of inflation.
Guys, that's $20 for crudité, and this doesn't include the tequila.
His opponent, Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman, mocked the video, saying it paints Oz as out of touch with voters. It helped Fetterman's campaign raise more than $500,000.
There's probably a greater likelihood the House flips than the Senate. Candidate quality has a lot to do with the outcome.
But Democrats are facing mounting challenges in their efforts to keep their House majority. Republicans are looking to rally voters on issues like inflation and crime.
If Republicans stay on talking about the things that are impacting people's daily lives, people vote about their community, they vote about their family. I think that enthusiasm is more beneficial to the Republicans right now than the Democrats.
Despite President Biden's low approval ratings, Democrats are going on offense, launching a 7-figure ad campaign touting the president's recent legislative successes. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
A New York City man is fighting for his life after getting sucker punched in an unprovoked attack. This as police in L.A. are on the lookout for dozens of looters seen ransacking a 7-Eleven store as part of a flash mob. Fox's Jeff Paul has more.
You may think a convicted sex offender who nearly kills a man with a sucker punch would be kept behind bars, but think again.
Certain crimes, such as the one that this individual was charged with, do not allow a judge to set bail. They are not considered bail setting offenses.
The NYPD releasing this disturbing video showing a brutal and unprovoked attack on a street in the Bronx last week. The security camera video shows a man wearing gloves approach another man from behind and then throw a swinging punch, striking him on the right side of his face. The victim is in critical but stable condition. The suspect released without bail.
Until the bail reform law itself is reformed or changed, then these people are going to be allowed to be set free without bail being set.
This latest incident comes as NYPD stats show felony assaults are up by 23% in the Bronx compared to the same time last year. Meanwhile, on the West Coast, video capturing a frenzy of looting and vandalism. A flash mob of up to 100 people ransacking a 7-Eleven in Los Angeles earlier this week, leaving the store in shambles.
We really want to prevent this from becoming a new trend where they think that they show up and come into a store and take what they want. And we're here to basically say it's not going to happen.
Police are hoping someone will see the video and help them identify some of the suspects. Even after the store takeover, police say some in that very group went on to block a nearby freeway. In Los Angeles, Jeff Paul, Fox News.
And looking abroad now, the United States is sending additional weaponry to Ukraine that's worth more than $750 million. Ukrainian troops appear to be fighting back against their Russian invaders more forcefully. Explosions rocked portions of Russian-held Crimea overnight. But Ukrainian citizens are still being bombarded by Russian weapons. Fox's Alex Hogan has the latest from Kyiv.
Fresh piles of brick and ash mark the latest casualties of war. Only hours earlier, these were homes full of life. For the first day in roughly 6 weeks, Russia claimed no additional Ukrainian land, but it's the daily attacks on residential buildings that force consistent evacuations. The Pentagon's new military package of $775 million will provide Ukraine with more highly coveted HIMARS rocket systems, but also new equipment like surveillance drones and mine-resistant vehicles. Both Russia and Ukraine accuse each other of planning provocations outside of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, and there's growing concern of the worsening conditions inside.
The United States is aware of reports that Russian personnel have abused and coerced members of the ZNPP staff.
Ukraine's state nuclear company says that Russia plans to turn off the plant, disconnecting them from the power grid. Russian officials say they might shut down the site if shelling continues. Attacks the UN Secretary General calls suicide.
The area needs to be demilitarized.
The Kremlin retorted that idea today, calling it unacceptable.
That proposal would make the station even more vulnerable.
Despite trilateral talks of ending the war, Ukrainian President Zelensky says negotiations in the current climate seem incomprehensible.
People who are daily killing and raping and firing cruise missiles on our peaceful cities and civilian infrastructure cannot want peace.
Zelensky came under harsh criticism this week after admitting in an interview that the government was aware of the likelihood of an invasion. Outraged Ukrainians say they felt blindsided. Any proper warning could have prevented losses of life. But the administration argues it would have created a mass panic and the country would have been lost in just 3 days. In Kyiv, Ukraine, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, school administrators finalize their safety plans ahead of the upcoming school year.
And in sports, Maine football is giving one local 11-year-old quite the unique experience. That story and more when we come back.
Hi, I'm Ron Hazelton. For great home improvement tips and ideas, be sure to watch House Calls. Grab a cup of coffee and join me.
The 201 horsepower turbocharged Kia Forte GT. Finally a reason to pull those aviators out of the glove compartment. Get 3.49% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2023 Forte.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
For over 17 years, ADA Fence Company has been offering top quality fences at the best price and doing the job right the first time. Choose from vinyl, ornamental, wood, rental, and chain link fences. ADA Fence Company also builds kennels, enclosures, and gates of all types and sizes. Proudly serving Eastern and Central Maine. Call ADA Fence Company today at 1-888-891-4564. ADA Fence Company, the professional fence people.
Now you can buy a certified pre-owned vehicle with confidence at every turn. Meet Ford Blue Advantage. Browse our massive inventory online anytime. Then check out our vehicles in person at your Ford dealer. See, touch, drive before you buy. And get a certified inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, Carfax report, a money-back guarantee, and 31,000 factory-trained technicians to service your Ford after the sale. Ford Blue Advantage. Certified pre-owned vehicle buying built for you.
The thing about domestic violence is it can happen at any point in life to anybody. The thing about Next Step is we are here at any time for you. If you feel like your relationship has gotten somewhere you never wanted it to be, just know we are here for you and we'll always be here for you. One thing we often hear is, if I had only known that you could help me with that, I would have called you so much sooner than I did. So please give us a call.
Skeletons. 6 feet deep, like could have been so sweet, bro. Skeletons. Fasten your seatbelts, call the police when I start to believe.
Get 3.49% APR for up to 48 months in the purchase of a new 2023 Soul.
One at a time.
Welcome back. A massive fire broke out at a boatyard on Cape Cod. It happened this afternoon in Mattapoisett. Several fire engines responded to the scene. Crews worked from land and sea to douse the flames, which destroyed multiple boats, cars, and several buildings. There's no word on any injuries at this time. The cause of the fire still unclear.
And shoppers at a Massachusetts mall were left stunned after an SUV drove into the mall from the parking lot and parked outside a store. It happened Thursday morning at the South Shore Plaza in Braintree outside of Boston. According to police, an elderly driver drove into the upper level of the mall from a garage via a pedestrian bridge. Heavy vertical posts that usually block the mall's automatic doors had recently been removed due to an accident. This left it open for the driver to slowly make their way inside, knocking over a planter in the process. Thankfully, no one was hurt. According to witnesses, the driver appeared very confused at the scene. They were taken to a nearby hospital for further evaluation. So far, no charges filed in that case.
Well, inflation is no doubt taking a bite out of Americans' wallets, and with back to school right around the corner for many, parents are trying to score deals and save money. Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer has some tips that are sure to save you some cash.
As a parent, you want to buy the 25-cent folder. You can't find them.
The National Retail Federation predicts families will spend an average of $864 on school supplies this year. And for college students, that expense is expected to be even higher. The NRF also says more than a third of people say they are cutting back in other areas so they can buy supplies for the school year. So how do you keep your costs down? Retail experts say some of the best tips include searching for coupons and skipping the name brands.
Staples, True Red, they have an amazing selection. So their True Red composition notebooks and their regular notebooks, 35 cents compared to over $3 for the name brand.
Also head online to score those deals.
You want to download the Target, Walmart apps because you're going to find that some of those offer exclusive in-app secret deals you will not find if you just walk in the store or you shop online.
Shoppers can also use price comparisons and discount apps.
There's one called Flip. Flip is free to use, and it will show you all of the sales circulars that are going on at all the stores near you.
Retailers' reward programs may also be a way to save money. Other money-saving experts say look at any items you may have that are left over from last year. You can also shop for refurbished and like-new items. And if you're looking to save money on clothes, you may want to think about waiting until after Labor Day if you can. That's when some retailers will offer discounts. Ashley Strohmeyer, Fox News.
Some helpful tips there for sure. Well, with less than a week before students return to school, we spoke to one school administrator who tells us safety is always a top priority. School Safety and Communications Director for Bangor School Department, Ray Finney, says the district has had a safety plan established for years for all 11 schools throughout the city. Each plan differs per school location and is confidential to the public. However, Finney says it's important that parents know the proper language used for standard response protocols. The Bangor School Department works to provide parents and students with the most up-to-date information when making adjustments to a safety plan.
After something happens in the world, we look at our plan and we learn from those instances. So looking at things that happened in May in Texas and looking at how we can build our plan and make it better and make our students safer. I want to make sure there's a common language between parents, students, and staff.
Well, parents interested in learning more about their child's safety plan should contact their school's principal or the Bangor School Department at 992-4152.
Well, if the sight of browning lawns and stressed trees is causing you concern, don't worry. A fall foliage forecast says the scenery should be spectacular in many areas. That's Yankee Magazine's fall foliage forecast for 2022. Their longtime expert, Jim Salgi, says despite the drought, northern New England and the mountain areas aren't as impacted, and they'll still have amazing fall foliage that should appear on time. Salgi, a former meteorologist at the Mount Washington Observatory, says, quote, the wave of peak color will start in late September as usual. After that, its southerly progression may slow or stall, leading to foliage color lingering into November in southern New England, where the drought has had less impact, especially in the White Mountains, the Green Mountains, and the mountains of western Maine. We should see typical foliage conditions, which is to say the colors should be spectacular, end quote. I, myself, am certainly looking forward to the fall season. Hanging on to summer, though, by a thread right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
And usually there are some warm weeks into September, so for those of us who are clinging to those warm temperatures, you probably have a few weeks left for sure. But yeah, I'm excited for the fall foliage for sure.
Me too. And sounds like we might be experiencing those warm temperatures this weekend.
Yes.
For more on that, stay tuned. Our full 5-day forecast is coming right up.
We had some pretty hot temperatures out there today in the 70s and 80s, but the big question is it going to warm up or is it going to cool down? I'll have all the answers and more coming up.
Interest rates are on the rise and making waves in the real estate market. Buying or selling? You need a navigator. I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Bruce Poliquin has always fought to protect Maine residents and businesses. That's why he spoke out against a Washington scheme to let the IRS spy on Maine bank accounts. Washington bureaucrats want to monitor our transactions, take more of our money, and ignore our privacy. But Bruce Poliquin is fighting back. Call Bruce and tell him to keep up the fight. He's standing up for Maine and keeping the government out of our bank accounts.
Now is the best time to get a great deal on a vehicle at #1 Van Sickle Kia. We have a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles with payments and prices for every budget. Plus, we'll pay you top dollar for your late model vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. There's never been a better time to buy, sell, or trade at Van Sickle Kia.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The sensible brother.
What would you do if you found the top half of a bikini? Smell it.
The Showstoppers. The Cooks.
Give me a seasoning a chef might name his daughter.
Nutmeg.
Don't do that to your baby.
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Homes are selling in a single day. The real work happens well before. I'm Holly Taylor, and I have the expertise to guide you through your home improvements. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
We are the first family of country music. Just watch.
Monarch series premiere September 11th on Fox.
Happy Friday. It's almost the weekend. Our main weather today is brought to you by Varney Ford in Newport. They give 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks. The nice car and truck people. So it was a nice looking day out there earlier today. The weekend's going to look even nicer. Lots of sunshine, just a few passing clouds. We had a couple of sprinkles in the northern part of the state earlier today. All of that is gone. We're all under just some passing clouds all across the northeast. Nothing to really worry about. A couple of showers showing up here in Canada. That's not going to be an issue. It's going to continue to weaken and dissipate. So we're just going to have a few passing clouds as our futurecast does show the next couple of days look pretty good. The weekend especially is going to look very nice and crisp. Temperatures are going to warm up. If you thought today was warm, get ready for the weekend. It's going to get a lot nicer and warmer, so don't forget your sunscreen. Hopefully you guys had that out there today as we hit 80 degrees here in Bangor, 79 in Bar Harbor, and even some 80s in Rockland. So everyone was in on those 80s. Waterville, Augusta, same thing. Some mid-80s at that. Couple of 70s in the northern part of the state. Of course, a little bit cooler, but still a nice looking day. Our average high this time of year is supposed to be close to 79. So today we beat that by 1 degree. But look what happens by Saturday and Sunday. 90 degrees. So it's going to get hot. Get ready for that. Then we cool off a little bit Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday back into those 80s. So it's going to be a pretty hot day out there. And tomorrow's UV index does show that it's going to be pretty high. So 30 minutes of burn time if you're out and about. Really enjoy yourself. This is going to be really hot. So enjoy the weather, but get ready for the heat. Bring a hat, some sunglasses, of course, some sunscreen. Find some shade once it gets hot. And do not forget to stay hydrated. Please drink some water. It's going to get very hot, so really take some precautions. Tonight, though, it's going to be nice and cool. Temperatures in the upper 50s. Could open up those windows and enjoy the cooler air as we'll stick around under a mostly clear skies. Winds, not a big issue either, as they're going to be hovering close to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, though, is going to get hot. So get ready, bring out that sunscreen, get ready for that heat because it's going to be mostly sunny and hot. Temperatures close to 90 degrees. So get ready for that. As our extended outlook does show more heat back in the forecast by Sunday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s with lots of sunshine, then more chances of showers and thunderstorms Monday, Tuesday, and once again into Wednesday. Temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s.
All right.
So we're a real scorcher tomorrow.
Indeed.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, hanging on to summer, right?
We are. Yeah, and Boomer's on the way next week as well.
That's great.
All right, well, sports is also on the way. It's coming up next. Stay with us.
Home isn't just about looks. It's how it makes you feel. Calm, or maybe even cozy. And now get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
No one told us to get up and go. That's just our rhythm. And when the heart throws that rhythm off, Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center will get it back to a healthier beat through minimally invasive procedures for heart disease with no need for open chest surgery. So you can get back to your rhythm of life.
Shopping for a used vehicle? What's important to you? At Down East Toyota, we listen and we deliver with Toyota certified used vehicles.
Customers want newer, low-mileage vehicles thoroughly inspected with no surprises.
Warranties, roadside assistance, and Carfax history reports.
New car financing rates for qualified buyers.
Used Toyotas have a great reputation, and we have them.
The best new cars make the best used cars.
All roads lead to Down East for Toyota certified used vehicles on Wilson Street in Brewer.
When I married my late husband, who was a widower, I took on his beautiful daughters as my own. The chaos of raising 5 girls while working full-time didn't exactly prepare me to govern during turbulent times, but it helped. I learned to listen and work together because no one has a monopoly on solutions in a family or in a state. That's why we brought Democrats, Republicans, and Independents together to move Maine forward. Girls, some things just don't change.
Need new furniture now but don't have a lot of money to spend? Come save at the Furniture Factory outlet in every Jordan store and get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the style at Jordan's.
We know your life is busy. You have a lot to do. And like you, the news doesn't stop. So when you are ready for us, we'll be ready for you. FoxBangor.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Happy Friday. We will start with some football. There is a new Black Bear up in Orono. This year, Maine Athletics is partnering with Team Impact, a nonprofit that connects college sports teams with children facing some tough battles. And Maine football got the ball rolling on Thursday. Dave Peck has the story.
Just the energy of all the guys coming together when they're chanting and they're celebrating. It's like almost brings me to tears that Mason gets to be a part of that.
Meet Mason DeWicki, Maine football's latest recruit to don the blue and white.
It's always been talking about nonstop. When am I going and what am I doing next? And I can't wait to wear a jersey.
In 2 words, the experience thus far has been
very cool.
Mason joins the Black Bears thanks to Maine's partnership with Team Impact, a nonprofit program that pairs children facing illness with local college teams.
That's something I feel strongly about. I think that it's important to have those relationships within the community. I think Team Impact's a great organization.
Cool to see, Team Impact, what they're doing, and I'm just trying to do my part. Be cool with Mason. He's awesome, great to get along, cool kid. Loves football, and it's really just awesome to be around.
On Thursday, the move became official, as Mason signed his papers to live out the dream of an 11-year-old kid from Orono.
There's been a lot of things that I hate watching Mason have to do, so knowing that there's opportunities like this for him to get more intense, great experiences, it's just out of this world.
Mason battles with cystic fibrosis, but his strength and positive attitude is already leaving an impact on his new team.
He has a great energy, and this is the second time I've seen him, but he's always smiling, and I could only imagine what he's going through, but he's pushing through, he's fighting, and it motivates me.
Over the next 2 years, he'll have the chance to wear the jersey, hang out with the team, and even learn a secret handshake or two. But as a kid who simply loves football, the best part will be
going on the field with them when they're playing football. Feels amazing. For Mason to be able to see these guys care about school and care about their health and just the total package of being a well-rounded person, I'm so thankful for Mason to be able to have something like that.
Reporting from Orono, Dave Peck, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Dave. Really awesome story there. It was a blast meeting Mason, talking to his mom, and just watching that moment and just the positive energy around him signing. Really great time up in Orono yesterday. We're going to stay up in Orono. Earlier in the week, the University of Maine announced Molly Engstrom as the new women's hockey head coach. Engstrom becomes the 7th head coach in program history, and she's got quite the resume. She most recently spent time as an assistant coach with St. Cloud State University, handling the defensive duties. As a player, Engstrom has 2 Olympic medals with Team USA, one in 2006 and one in 2010. She also played professionally in the Swedish Women's Pro Hockey League. Both her and athletic director Ken Ralph are excited for the Engstrom era to begin in Orono.
I feel like I have a lot to offer. So I go back to, I'm so grateful, for this opportunity, for the opening, for Ken. Ken believes that I'm ready too. So, and that means a lot. So that goes a long way.
Our women were really keyed up on the idea of somebody understanding what they're going through as Division I hockey players, the time requirements, the physical and mental toll it takes on you. And obviously Molly's been there, done it all the way through.
At St. Cloud, her defense ranked 10th in the nation on the penalty kill in 2021, and she is looking to bring that same defensive mindset to Orono.
We're going to be strong defensively. We're going to be aggressive and we're going to be strong. We're going to own the defensive zone. So I'm excited to get there and see, the conversations that I've had with the girls right now, I can't tell you how many of them are like, I play gritty. I want to go get the puck. I love annoying the other team. I'm like, let's go.
All right, looking forward to that era to start at the Alfond. Let's head to some high school now. Next week, football teams will have some official exhibition games, getting our first look, and then the season kicks off Labor Day weekend. And this year, Maine has a state-of-the-art facility that the Bangor Rams will get to check out in October. When the Rams head to Scarborough in the fall, they will be playing on a surface a lot of people have never played on before. The old field at Scarborough has been completely replaced with a new playing surface. And what's different about this field is there is a shock pad underneath the turf, and there's wood fibers instead of rubber fibers, which plays more like traditional grass and keeps the surface much cooler. Not to mention, kids really like it.
I feel like this one's definitely a lot softer, and then plus the heat. The last one got really hot on our feet, but this one I feel like is not going to get as hot. Be more like comfortable to run on.
Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
It's your car, it's your SUV, it's your truck. Experience the pre-owned difference with a huge selection of over 500 used vehicles at Quirk Motor City Used Vehicle Center, 377 Hogan Road, Bangor.
It's your car. Find it at Quirk Motor City.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Make the most of your waterfront with a Shoremaster dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Shoremaster docks and boat lifts have been the trusted choice for decades. With Shoremaster, you get the expert product knowledge and first-class service you've come to expect from Hammond Lumber. Hammond is the country's largest stocking Shoremaster dealer, so you won't wait to get the dock system you want. Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire with professional service after the sale. Your dream waterfront begins with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
The bond between twins is a close one.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
As day is tonight.
Would you like me to introduce you to algebra? Ow who? Oh boy.
And wrong is to right.
They both say weird kid who eats alone.
You can't have one without the other.
I need my own space. But we've always shared a room. I have a training bra. When you complete your training, get back to me.
Young Sheldon.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
Anticipate greatness in the all-new 2022 Wagoneer with a legendary 4x4 system, hand-treated materials, best-in-class cargo space, and state-of-the-art technology. It's your Wagoneer. Find it at Quirk.
The most talented home cooks return.
There's someone from every season.
This is MasterChef Back to Win.
Don't miss all new episodes Wednesday, only on Fox.
Three hip-hop superstars team up to help celebrate the best music videos of the past year. Ariana DeBossi's scary new role, a Tony Award-winning revivals return to Broadway, and more. Fox's Kristen Goodwin has the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
Now, where to begin?
Holmes returns, Take Me Out gets another run, and hip-hop heavyweights MC in the Hollywood Nation.
What time to your left,
LL Cool J, Nicki Minaj, and Jack Harlow have signed up to host the MTV Video Music Awards. The trio of hip-hop stars will split the duties of introducing the night's biggest moments, presenters, performers, and winners, which includes Minaj receiving the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. She's also among the lineup of artists performing during the iconic ceremony, airing live from New Jersey, August 28th.
Oh, there it goes.
Ariana DeBose scares up a new role. The West Side Story Oscar winner will star in the psychological thriller House of Spoils for Amazon Studios and Blumhouse. She will play a chef who opens a restaurant on a remote estate and becomes the target of a powerful spirit. Jesse Williams and Jesse Tyler Ferguson are heading back to the Great White Way. The duo will reprise their roles in the Tony Award-winning revival Take Me Out for a second limited run on Broadway. The show returns October 27th at the Schoenfeld Theater.
I'm presently on the way to collect my brothers.
And today's First Looks features Millie Bobby Brown reprising her role as Sherlock Holmes' teenage detective sister in Enola Holmes 2. Netflix released 6 new images for the upcoming sequel that includes familiar faces and new characters. The second film premieres November 4th. In Hollywood, Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Well, Apple has announced serious security issues with a variety of its products. The company says its iPhone, iPad, and Mac products are prone to severe vulnerabilities, which could possibly allow someone to take complete control over the device. Apple says those hackers would be able to act as the device's owner and run any software in their name. Security experts are warning users to update affected devices, which are iPhone models 6S and older, iPad models 5th generation and later, all iPad Pro models and iPad Air 2, as well as Mac computers running Mac OS Monterey. It also affects some iPod models.
Well, finally tonight, a tiny pup in Colorado is being hailed as the neighborhood hero after cameras capture it chasing off a full-grown bear. Fox's Rogelio Mayers has the story.
She'll boss you around.
Don't.
She loves to tell you when she wants anything, so.
Mess
Luna is a little spitfire.
with this dog. Luna stands all of 6 inches high, but don't tell her that.
Why would she in her right mind chase a full-grown bear?
Why indeed, but Luna met the moment despite her true nature.
She's just a chill at-home dog, but she loves to chase anything down when she sees it in the front yard and the backyard.
Her owner, Jordan Courtney, says she's a regular enforcer on her block in Castle Rock.
She is protective of her family, so yeah, she just wanted to protect the home front.
She's the first line of defense for the Courtney family, morning, noon, and night.
It was about 2:30 in the morning, and my mom took her outside to go to the bathroom.
Jordan says Luna knew before anyone that there was an unwelcome visitor near their home.
And then Luna went racing off, barking, and my mom didn't know what she was barking at.
This footage was caught on their neighbor's security camera. Not that Luna needed a reminder of just how much of a good girl she is.
It was just comical seeing the little dog, this little doggy, like chasing after a full-size bear. Oh, baby.
Oh, man.
That's a little crazy.
It is a little crazy. Speaking of little, that little dog certainly packs a punch, though. I don't blame the bear for running away. I mean,
they're just lucky it went the way that it did because,
Yeah.
you know, some bears obviously more aggressive than others. That could have been a much sadder story.
Right.
It does seem like Luna's a bit of a scrapper.
Oh, absolutely.
So good for her.
Yeah, best outcome possible there.
All righty. Well, that's going to do it for us, folks. Take care and good night.
Good night, everyone.
This is where legends are made. This is the NHRA.
The Lucas Oil Nationals, Brainerd, Sunday at 3:30 Eastern on Fox.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your parents...
Deep down, no, I don't. But I'll never give up.
I think that at 20 years old, you're looking for someone to love you. That somebody out there wants to love you unconditionally and walk away from everything in the world for you. I know how happy she would have been that somebody loved her and she had this fairy tale ending, but she didn't. She didn't have that fairy tale ending. Somebody stole that from her. And they stole it from everybody else here too.
And we should note tonight that earlier this summer, the family of Heather Elvis gathered with members of the community to mark what would have been Heather's 29th birthday. And as a tribute to her memory, they raised funds to donate to the Q Center for Missing Persons.
Both Sydney and Tammy Moore appealed their 30-year sentences for kidnapping. The court is currently considering their appeals. This past May, the South Carolina Supreme Court upheld Sydney's conviction for obstruction. That is our program for tonight. I'm Amy Robach.
And I'm David Muir. From all of us here at 2020 and ABC News, thank you for watching. Good night.
We're honored. ABC's 2020, this year nominated for 10 Emmy Awards for excellence. Thank you for making 2020 Friday night's most watched news magazine.
ABC Sunday. Pyramid is all new.
Hello, Newman. Hello, Jerry. Things a pirate might have a lot of. Too much booty? You want to do it?
I'm always in the mood for too much booty.
All new Pyramid. ABC Sunday.
This is ABC 7 News at 11.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.